My plan's working. I said I could catch 4 or 5 right there. Maybe 12. I think he is. Oh yeah. He's 12 and a quarter, baby. Oh, that was a good one, dude. Oh my gosh. Ripped the dang pants off my beagle. There he is. That's a better fish right there. Please stay on, baby. Yeah. I told you I was gonna catch 5 right there. He's moving the whole mat around. Oh, it's a freaking bluegill. That's a lunker. We done got a lunker. We ain't calling him today. Get it.
Oh man.
Cold is.
Hey, Canberry, how you doing? I'm gonna start doing $10 bets. Just random. I'm gonna pick one elite person. Draw the name out of a hat. What did you have on yesterday?
Yeah, a bet.
Sounds like it. It's going to change. Made me feel bad. Same clothes he had on yesterday.
And how about now?
It's better. Yeah. Better.
Thanks.
Better.
Yeah, of all the tournaments all year, there's 2 that I'm most excited about just because it's fun, right? And it's, well, yeah, Champlain's fun, but it was more like, in my mind, it was here in Waddington.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I like Champlain way more than Waddington.
Do you? Well, I mean,
Waddington will surprise me how small it will fish with this field.
Really?
If we can't go into Canada, it will fish really small.
Yeah.
And it's because they moved it back out of Waddington, so not many guys will make that run to the lake. Because when they moved it to Clayton last year, it was, what, 10 miles to the lake, Scott?
Yeah.
Oh, 5.
5 miles to the lake?
So you can't really do that from Waddington. It's too little.
You can.
You gotta get gas.
You gotta get gas, and, of course, the weather, obviously. Always a player Lake Ontario.
All right, guys, so here is the deal. You are about to witness I think a pretty cool video, I hope. And I think the chances that somebody catches a big fish this in practice is pretty real, so that's kind of cool, you know, because like at Sabine all throughout practice, you know, the biggest fish you get to see was about 2 pounds. But here, I mean, just fishing around, you're able to catch an 8 or a 9 or a 10 pounder. You know, the last tournament, I was a little, I'm going to be honest with you, I was a little stressed, and we came up with, what was the code word again for like when you're stressing a little bit?
Woosah.
So when you feel it building up, you say woosah.
Grab your ear.
It's from Bad Boys. It's from a movie.
Woosah. I remember that. I remember that now, actually. So I was a little stressed at the last tournament. I'll admit I was a little grumpy to everybody in the house, just because Sabine was stressful. It was. So we got to get everybody up, and I'm gonna do it a little bit. I'm gonna do it a little bit better today. Okay, we're gonna do this whole thing better. Hey man, y'all get the heck up, man. Come on, for real. This is like ridiculous. I don't even know. It's like all of a sudden it's like 9 o'clock in the morning and y'all just lay around all day long. I don't even understand why I even bring y'all here. This is ridiculous. Golly, man.
You okay?
Woosah. I think I handled that much better than last time.
Yeah.
I think so. What's up? Yo, Diggity. That's Yo, Diggity. Good morning, darling. Good morning. Good morning. Lake Fork in the spring. Is it going to be a sight fishing tournament? It very well could be. It could be epic, but there is a curveball, like there always is, right? Every tournament, it's crazy. Like we prep in our minds, like okay, you know, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. We kind of lay out the parameters of what we think is going to be happening based on history, based on whatever. But full moon's in like a week, which is perfect. There's a stupid cold front hitting now, so like it's cold right now. Not that bad, but every morning it's going to get colder. Meaning like Tuesday, 32, 36, something like freezing. Now it's going to get up to like 62, 63, but that's not even warm there. I mean, we're in April. We need it to get like 72, 73, 74. We need the mornings to be 40 and 50 and 60 degree mornings, not 30s. So I don't know. I really don't. Not totally 100% sure what's going to happen here, but it's not post-spawn. I will say that. It's just not a post-spawn bite.
So this is my 5th time to Lake Fork. And people always ask me about Lake Fork, or they always ask me, well, what's the best lake in the country? What's the best lake you've ever been to? And I wouldn't call it my favorite lake, just because it can be a little frustrating at times. And this place gets a lot of pressure. It's full of timber. It's tricky to navigate sometimes, but it is probably the best lake I've ever been to. The very first time I came here was in a TTPC event. It was a 3-day tournament, and it took 110 pounds to win that event. 3 days. I mean, I have no doubt in my mind it'll take 100 pounds to win this tournament. More than 100 pounds.
The one tournament that you throw some great big stuff, big wake baits. I mean, that's not even big, really. There's a chance, you know, catch a 12-pounder here, and there's not a chance you do that many places. So sometimes you have to get some of the big stuff out. But Lake Fork, great lake. I mean, we've been here, you know, a couple of times with bass. I came fish a Skeeter Owners tournament years ago. It's legendary. It's one of the chances of a lifetime that you'll get you know, you'll actually have a chance of a fish at a lifetime here.
Today is actually going to be the day to find them. Big player this week, Bandito bug. And that one's missing a leg, so we have to fix him. He's injured. Lightweight though, real lightweight. When these fish are spawning, are getting ready to spawn, real lightweights, 1/8 ounce, 3/16, especially on these calm days like today, you want that lighter weight. You don't want a big heavy weight plunking around. That's going to be a deal. That could be a deal, possibly, a big swim bait. And I rigged up a saucy swimmer, a Guggen saucy swimmer last night, a special little deal. I did it in the travel vlog. I showed you how to rig this thing up. So if you haven't watched the travel vlog yet, go to the travel vlog and you'll see kind of a little tip and a little secret. I wasn't even going to do it, but I did it just because I love you guys. So it's in there. I'm going to fish with it a little bit today as well. Of course, a frog, you can't go wrong. Now, we talk about lures. We talk about all the different things that we have to have. And this right here is probably the most important thing that I need this week. Check these guys out. Bahio. Brand new pair of polarized sunglasses. Oh, yeah. Nice. Tortoise frame. Oh. Dude. I don't know how to describe it exactly, but it is the right color lens. The one thing you don't want to do when you're buying sunglasses is don't buy a gray base. A gray base is more for just everyday use. The green amber lens is the best for sight fishing and for freshwater. So just kind of stay away. I've seen too many people buy the gray base lenses.
Everybody's gonna stand in line. They wanna touch a little solid gold. When you're classic, when you start it all, you ain't never ever getting old. The original.
Guys, we're going to be sight fishing here in a little bit, but you know, we're going to start off by chunking this big swim bait around. Let's just see what happens. First thing you got to do 100% is I'm going to make sure my swim bait is running correctly. You can go out here and chunk it around all you want, but if it's not running straight, oh, it is running straight. It's good. Look at it in the water. That's pretty. That's pretty right there, boy. Oh. I need to make a longer cast than that too. I think you want it close to the surface. It's cool. I can see the swim bait on the Panoptics, which is good. And that way you can tell how deep you're going. And if there's a big 7 or 8 pounder behind it, I'm gonna see it. So Panoptics is gonna be a big deal here. I'm sitting in pretty shallow water. Shining around up there. Real slow retrieve on these swim baits. I think I'll see one if one comes up behind it. I personally think that we're not quite to this bite yet, at least where I'm at right now. Can I catch them on a swim bait this week? Absolutely. But I don't think the post-spawn deal is probably going to be the main factor. So can you find post-spawn fish? Absolutely. I'm sure that there's been a few waves already, but I believe, just based on my assessment, right? Not my knowledge of it, because I don't know, is I feel like we're pre-spawn spawn instead of spawn post-spawn. Okay, we're just getting this video started, and the last couple videos, actually like the last 4, I've been kind of throwing out there a little like challenge, like, and I said, hey guys, let's break 5,000 likes. Boom, you guys did it, right? Smashed it. Then I said, okay, let's break 6,000 likes. Psh, bam, you did it. 7,000 likes, busted it up. Guys, let's try to bust 10,000 likes on this video. I know that's a stretch. We haven't done that in a long time, guys, but let's bust 10,000 likes. So here's what I would like you to do. If you can, just smash it. Subscribe to the channel, make sure your notifications are turned on, and then do one little thing for me. If you have time, share the video. Go down on YouTube, hit the share button, and share the video out on your social media platforms. That really helps us grow. We're out here busting our tail. McCoy's busting his tail. Dylan, we're all busting our tail, trying to produce some good stuff for you guys. Hopefully you're enjoying it, and if you are, just smash that like button. So that's it. Let's see if we can bust 10,000. We're in Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas, guys. Where's all my Texas fans at? That's right. Let's smash it. All right, guys. It's about time. I think I need to start looking for beds. We need to assess. We need to put the trolling motor down. I need to get into a couple pockets. We need to find some beds. So everybody wants to know, like, brush piles, right? You always hear us talk about brush piles. Brush piles, a lot of times, are man-made. Like these guys right here on that pontoon boat, they literally have a giant brush pile in the pontoon boat, and they're going to dump it out somewhere right in there. They're going to tie bricks to it, I'm sure. But that's what we fish, you know. So when you hear us talk about brush piles, there you go, right there. I need to remember that. See, you roll up there one day, little swim bait bite, little jig, donk. That's right. There's one, there's a bed. Oh yeah, this fish just swam off of it. I've got to catch a couple, or at least try to catch a couple, because I need to evaluate, number one, how big some of these fish are in relation to what they look like. Number two, see what the heck they're doing as far as like reacting. Just need to like train myself up a little bit. It's been a minute. So what these fish do a lot of times is they'll make a bed in the sandy and the white sand areas like this. The beds are typically dark, and in the dark bottom areas, the beds are typically light colored. I don't even see him. I know he's there. He's 100% there. He's actually a decent fish. He's not like a 8-pounder or anything, but he's like a decent fish. Oh, there she is right there. Oh, she's big, dude. She's big. Oh, she had it. She dang sure had it. Like sitting on top of her, dude. She had it. It's a good sign people are going to smash them. You know, there's sometimes you get here to these lakes and it's like everything's been beat up. The fish have been spawning for a long time. Everybody's been fishing for them. They're super sketchy, super spooky. I mean, that's a pretty darn obvious bed right there. I'm sitting on top of her and she bit my bait. So just goes to show you that they're not that beat up right now. That's good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Don't leave home without it. Right there, look at this, look at this. Number one, it's white. Number two, it's the 3-inch one. Oh yeah. 3-incher. There we go, there we go, there we go. All right. Oh, she's spinning. She spun around. She's a little spooky now, but it might be the color. I gotta rig this one back up on a natural. Color does make a difference, guys. A lot of times people throw white because it's easier to see. The problem is those fish at some lakes get a little weary. The biggest tip I can give you on sight fishing is every lake kind of has its own little deal, and every part of the spawn kind of has its own little. Sometimes they want things with a little more action. Sometimes they want things with zero action at all, like just a straight worm, like a Cinco. They'll react better to it. So you got to kind of play around with it. Rig up several different styles of baits, several different colors, and you find that one thing that they react to the quickest. That's what you want to go with. Because you don't want to sit here and waste a lot of time. All right, I could probably catch her on that white one, but maybe not. Oh, see, like, oh, look, like, she bit it. The first flip in there. The first flip, she bit it. I promise you, she bit it. She spun around all over top of it. I threw white in there, she left. Gosh, she went nuts on that thing. Like, I pitched it in there, I watched her spin around and went down on it, thumped it, and just freaking missed her. All right, so I'm gonna probably give up on this one here. We've kind of messed with her long enough. She showed me what I needed to see, which is good. Oh my gosh, look at that one. That's not the one I was looking at, but there's one right there. I mean, that's 4.5 pounder, dude. Hardcore looking at it. Hardcore looking at it. I want to catch her just so I can see how big she is. I mean, she's definitely catchable. It's just going to take a little bit of some finagling. But I'm going to say, I mean, it's a 4 for sure. Got her. I had to finagle her. I do some finagling. Oh yeah, that's a finagle fish right there. Curious to see what this fish weighs. And also, how I caught that fish was I started naturally trying to get her to bite, naturally. She's acting weird, running around, run up on it. And I just kind of started pissing her off and I hopped it in her mouth and she bit. So I'm gonna say that's a, like, I don't know, a pretty good one. I don't think it's 5, but I think she's right at 4 maybe. Kind of cool. She's been caught before. I can see other marks in her mouth. 420. Lake Fork, baby. I mean, I fished the Sabine River for that whole time. I never even saw a fish this big. That's awesome right there, dude. That's awesome. Let's do a nice little. Look at that beautiful fish, dude. Beautiful. Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't want to catch a lot of fish today. One, I wanted to show you guys a fish. 2, I wanted to conquer one, right? I mean, the finagle it. I mean, like, I had to keep messing with it and seeing it and feeling it. And when I say feel it, like it's mood, you know? Like, and I finally figured it out. So I made a good call on that. I wasn't just keep pitching it in there. I kept doing some different things. Number 2, I want to see how big the fish was. That way my eyes, when I see fish, I can say, okay, that's a 4 pounder, that's a 5 pounder. I kind of judge it, okay? And that's it. That's it. Now let's go find some more. That was awesome. Awesome. All right, dude, I need to just start looking for fish because I can catch them once I find them. I just need to start looking. Here we go. Here we go. We got it on film, don't worry. It's a popular shot, dude. Look at all the balls right there. That's the most popular shot yet. Oh, there's a big one, dude. That's definitely like a 5 or 6. There's a big one right there. Holy crap, dude, on that stump. This is gonna be completely ridiculous. There's another big one. Look at this one in front of the boat. Oh my god. Oh, dude, that's a freaking 12 pounder, bro. A freaking 12 pounder. It's a 12 pounder.
It's a 12 pounder. You gotta hurry, dude. You missed it. It's a freaking 12 pounder. Look, there she is, right there. She turned back. No, look at, oh my, look at them all. Look at one, 2, 3. The one that went by is a 12 pounder. That's not even them. Those are just males. Like seriously, dude, the one that went by was one of the biggest ones I've seen in a long time. This is crazy, dude. There's almost too many. I mean, this is craziness right here, dude. These are all big males. See how I pissed her off and hit her like in the face. She's about to scoop it. I can kind of tell by how she's following a little bit around. And okay, I need to go, dude. I'm just wasting my time. You know, it's like, am I wasting a lot of time on these fish? Yes. But at the same time, I'm also learning a little bit about what these fish like to get them to bite. I'm seeing what I have to do. So like tournament day, I don't get all spun out, right? I know that I kind of have to cycle through them a certain way. They're being a little funky, but there is a way to catch them, and I could catch this fish. I've definitely got her working into my, oh, see, oh God, she is like so pissed. She spun around like a Corvette, dude. She spun like a Corvette. Oh, look at her, see how tight she's getting? She's so tight. She should bite here any second. I just really want to get her to bite. I don't even want to catch her because she's actually a good fish. If I can just get her to bite, then it's mission accomplished, you know what I mean? I don't want to set the hook on this fish. I'm just teaching myself. Oh, there, she got it. Let it, she just spit it out. She got it, guys. Took a while. Took like 20 minutes on this fish. That's a long time. You know, it took 20 minutes on that other one as well. Golly, she bit it good though.
All over it, dude.
Look at that one, dude. Oh, fish has been caught, dude. Look at that. How many times that fish has been caught. So if you can find fresh fish, we're gonna really catch them, dude. But we're fishing stuff that everybody's caught fish. This fish has been caught. Like that. I didn't do that. I mean, this thing's been caught 3 or 4 times. So we need to find some places on this lake, that, just little cubby holes behind stuff that nobody's fooling with them. 288. So it's not even a 3 pounder. Post spawn fish. Dude, it's funny how you don't see any boats, hardly, because they're spawning everywhere.
Right.
No matter where anybody goes, it's like, oh my God, that's... I got her. Oh, she's big. I don't know, what do you think?
How you doing? I'm good.
What do you think? That's over 4.
Is it?
I think so. Hey, it's a fresh fish too. Nobody's caught this one. 376.
Oh, I was way off.
376. Beautiful fish, dude. Okay. Well, what'd I say?
3.5. You were closer than me.
They're everywhere, dude. I mean, it's like, this might be the most I've ever seen spawning at one time. I found places where there's a bunch spawning in a spot. But this is like next level crazy, dude. They're everywhere. There's too many. It's literally too many. Well, what a day. That was pretty good. I think we landed right on their head first thing right out of the gate. You know, this afternoon wasn't that great. I mean, I eliminated a lot of water, which I'm glad I did in a way, because it when you feel like they're literally everywhere, which they kind of are, but when you feel like they're literally everywhere, you kind of run out of ideas of where to fish. So at least I eliminated some banks. That way I can concentrate a little harder on the banks that I do find that have them. And that's a good thing. You know, you don't want to just get spun out where you're just
again, too much is not great, you know. It's good to know that I can't go here and there and catch them, but I can go here and here and here and you know, possibly catch a big bag of fish. Now, what I didn't find today was a bunch of big females, which is actually a good thing too, because if I would have found a bunch of females locked on the beds today, the chances that they'd be there Thursday or even Friday or even Saturday or even Sunday, not gonna happen. So I'm hoping that these fish are coming to the beds. So maybe these males here all pair up. Come tournament time, I can catch the males and maybe catch some of those big females. So day one's in the books, guys. That's it was pretty awesome. I been looking forward to this event all year long. So good stuff. Do it again. That's funny, dude.
It is a little crawl.
Walk out here and there.
What does it do, Matt?
That crawl, you put that crawl in a drop shot and his pinchers are out like this, and then when you shake your weight, it goes.
You open the door. You open the door up there, and both doing that.
Why don't you take your shirt off, dude?
I touched his neck with my finger. I touched it.
I mean, dude took all his clothes off.
I mean, I touched
Well, he put a video on me
earlier.
I got PTSD from that bug he threw on me.
Oh, that's a stinger one.
No.
Why don't you like them hard shell bugs? I didn't do nothing. I touched your neck, dude.
That look.
You wait.
I had no idea you didn't like bugs.
Oh my God, that's funny.
Dude, that's pretty funny.
Are you scared of spiders?
Dude, if you were ever in our swamp buggy, or riding in the woods and those banana spiders,
Oh, dude. Oh, I'd probably
they're like giant, dude. They're that big and they're hanging in a tree and they'll hit you on the swamp buggy. Oh, they're vicious.
It's the
looking,
worst.
dude. They are so scary looking. Like, I know they don't do anything, and I
They're
freak
harmless.
out. I totally freak out.
They're harmless, but they're terrifying.
Yes, they are.
They're huge.
Very big.
They'll get like this big.
Yeah.
Like sitting there on the tree and you're riding on the swamp buggy and all of a sudden, bah!
Yeah. It's bad.
Look at this bull crap. Why do you buy this stuff, McCoy? Why do you... Mad Dog 44 Magnum Premium Pure, whatever that word is, that's like the stuff that actually burns you.
How many Scovilles?
I don't know if you can see that or not, but that says 4 million Scovilles. I can feel it on the tip of my finger.
Is it burning your finger?
I feel like that's just too much. Like, I don't even want to do that much.
You just have to. You'd probably go blind if you put that in your eye.
Yeah. Maybe that much?
Just do it.
Dude, oh, that's instant. Dude, that's gone. Instant heat. Your taste buds instant heat. It's instant heat. You just made a mistake, bro. It's getting hotter.
Dude, you're dumb. What are you thinking?
Oh, that's... It's not that bad. No, it's really bad. Like, it literally feels like my tongue is on fire right now. It was instant.
Where'd you get it at? I don't know. I paid $60 for it though. Yeah, it actually says on the bottle not to take it straight.
Yeah, you shouldn't take it straight. Is that bad? Yeah, like it's bad. Like it literally hurts everything.
Put it on your finger and then
I'm not doing it.
Touch your tongue.
Yeah. Call me a or whatever. I'm not doing it.
Did you just put some on your finger and touch it? Is
Yeah.
that bad?
Don't rub your eyes.
Yeah, you should probably wash your hands. Scale of 1 to 10. How was that the worst have you ever had?
If I had so little, I had a tiny drop on my finger. I touched a little bit on my other finger and then did like half of the tiny drop, and my whole mouth feels like it's on fire. And it won't go away, and it's getting worse.
Well, good morning. Day 2. I'm excited. You can hear it in my voice. I'm excited. You know why I'm excited? Because we're still here at Lake Fork. And it's pretty awesome. It's awesome, right? I mean, we've had a stressful year this year, but Fork is going to make up for all that. Now, this is still going to be a tough tournament. Wouldn't you agree, Matt? It's going to be a tough tournament. Tough one to win.
Yeah, it's gonna be tricky.
Like, you know, like you look at these and you say, okay, man, I'm going to win. I'm going to win one of these. You know, Sabine, believe it or not, is an easier tournament, or was an easier tournament to possibly win than this place. Just because it's like you can go anywhere on this lake and possibly win the tournament.
Can't separate yourself.
Can't separate yourself, exactly. That's hard. It's hard to separate yourself. So we got to figure out how to separate ourselves. We all do. We all need to crack them this week. We all need to make the top 50. We all need to make the top 10. That's our goal. Dude, let's all make the top 10.
Good do it.
What do you think it's going to take to make the top 10?
A lot. 22 a day.
22 a day.
68 pounds. No, that's 66 pounds.
Yeah, that would be.
Check my math.
Good morning. Good morning. You busting, man?
I'm busting.
That's what I'm talking about.
Capping.
We're capping, dude.
Busting?
Yeah, don't worry about it. You're
I
not.
mean, that's what kids do when they go to school. McCoy. That's Jake's job. It's not your job.
Oh, yeah. Good morning, darling. Good morning.
We gotta go catch some bass today. You know, it's morning, day 2 at Lake Fork, day 2 of practice, and yesterday was productive. Didn't figure out a way to catch them fishing, but I've seen several on the bed, and they're real finicky. They're hard to catch. They get caught a lot here. I mean, this is one of the most famous lakes in the country. It's got some of the biggest fish. People come from all over the country to fish here, especially this time of year. So they get a lot of pressure. There's a lot on the bank, but I need to figure out how to catch some just fishing. So I'm gonna run around and hit some points, throw a big knocker bait, a big walking bagley, top water bait, throw a crankbait, medium diving crankbaits, try to find some fish that haven't hit the bank or have already spawned and working their way out. If we can figure that out, we may have something to go on. So day 2 of practice. Yeah, it's a little choppy out here, you know. Top water, but the fish should bite better. I'm gonna throw a vibrating jig, maybe a big swim bait. We get a little wind. Yesterday it was slick, no wind. I think that had a lot to do with, you know, the fish not biting good. I mean, it's not that you just can't go down a bank or down some stretch and catch them just fishing like you do a lot of places. So maybe that wind today will make a big difference. All right, strike one. You know, we've only practiced today, but it seems like we're gonna have a sight fishing tournament. I mean, it's hard to get bit doing anything else, but there's been a lot of fish spawning for 3 weeks probably, or maybe even longer than that, and those ones that have already spawned should be setting up on some of these points coming out of these spawning bays. And if you could just find one point that's got them on it and have it to yourself, you could win the tournament. The tournament will probably be won just fishing. It's weird, but this lake, somebody always finds something off the wall. Not necessarily off the wall, but if they find something that's got a wad of big ones on it. And that's how you win at Lake Fork. So, you know, you got to spend some time. You got to give it time to try to figure that out and try to dial that in. But if you can't find it, you got to be confident enough in something to get you a check. I mean, it's going to take some good weight this week to get paid. It's not like it's going to take, you know, 10 pounds a day to get the check here. 50th place. I mean, 50th place is probably going to be, I mean, it might be 16 pounds a day this year. I mean, it's just that many fish in Lake Fork and that many good ones up on the bank. Snaps at it every time, right? There. Gosh. Look where he's been caught. Right there. I mean, they're just tough to get them to bite again. Little baby mad pocket crawl. Not one that we need to weigh in. Definitely. I mean, it'll measure, but you know, it's just so hard to get them to bite. And the only reason I caught it just because I wanted to see how long it would take, and then I wanted to see if it'd been caught. And of course it had been caught. Looked like it got caught yesterday. And it took me, I don't know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes to catch a 2-pound fish. So
all right, so we're down here on Lake Fork getting ready for this this elite, and we obviously know after yesterday's practice that there's an absolute insane amount of fish on the bed spawning. There's tons of fish up shallow, a lot of big ones up shallow, and that's right now, that's kind of my game plan going into this tournament. I feel like I'm gonna have to sight fish, but what I'm doing right now is I'm taking a glide bait. I mean, there's big ones in this lake. I caught one just a little while ago running on the other end of this dam, but there was no wind. It was dead slick calm, and usually to activate this bite you need a little bit of wind, and as you can see we got some wind now. So a lot of these fish, a lot of these great big ones in all these lakes, especially in the south, are some of the first fish in the lake to spawn. And when I say great big ones at Fork, I'm talking about the 9, 10s, 11, and 12 pounders, and there's even 13s and 14s in this place. And when those fish get done spawning, they got one thing on their mind after they recover: they're ready to eat. And these fish target big gizzard shad in this lake a lot of times. And I know this end of the lake, especially down here on this damn wall, there's a lot of giants that live in this area. And I'm trying to figure out a way to catch some fish just fishing, because sight fishing I do feel like will dominate this event. But if I can figure out a way to get a couple really big bites doing something else, you know, if I can catch a decent bag sight fishing, I can go chunk big baits the rest of the day, especially if I get the right conditions. Woo. There we go. Not even that big. It's like a little glide bait fish. Just an old post spawner. That's not what you're supposed to catch on a glide bait. But see, that's a post spawn fish out here feeding up. I mean, that fish is 17, 18 inches long, but it's not the right one. It's not even a 3-pounder. Should be skinny fish. God almighty. I got a freaking big one on the glide bait. I mean, a big one. I ain't seen him yet, but I know it's a big one. Little ones don't hit this thing. Not a Lake Fork giant, but it ain't no baby. Had him hooked in the back, that's why. 4-pounder though. It's a good fish. Bunch of fish right in here, but see any big ones. There was like a 3-pounder back there, maybe a 3 something right there, but those are just average fish. I need to find those 7s and 8s.
So far this morning I haven't really found anything new. I've got a couple fish that I doubt I'll probably run to, just because there was like 1 or 2 fish I all the way into these creeks over these stumps. But you know, so far I've got to make a decision, right? Do I go fishing and try to find them on points, you know, jerk baits and big swim baits? And I've got to make an educated guess. And my guess is that more fish are spawning than post-spawn. That doesn't mean I couldn't find them out here doing this stuff, right? I mean, to be honest with you, somebody's liable to find them out here. I need to try it this evening, and I need to try it tomorrow morning as well and see what we can come up with. But you know, I just need to keep finding some bigger fish. If I can find some 7 and 8 pounders. Now, what I'm doing today is good in a way, because in my mind they were spawning everywhere. In my mind, I was like, oh, they're every pocket's got them, and that's not the case so far. So I've went into several this morning, and I'm just not seeing the same amount of fish, the same grade of fish, etc. And that's good. And here's why. It allows me to concentrate and stay put in the area that I've already found, right? Instead of thinking in my mind, like, hey, I gotta just run all over the lake and find them, no big deal. I need to stay confined to my area and let the fish come to me, right? Instead of me running to the fish, let the fish come to me. There's enough 4-pound males that some big females are gonna pull up, and I can just go back and forth. I don't need to run all over the lake. So far, that's what I've learned. But I'm gonna run on the other side of the lake here, check a couple more creeks and see if we can't find another section of the lake that's going off like we found yesterday. All right, so we've got a 2-pounder here and I think a pretty good one and a female right in here. Unless there's two, nah, female is right there. She's cruising around. The male, he's staying real put. Yeah, no, that's a big female, dude. Guys, that's a big one right there. All right, guys, so there is a fish right there. I don't know, it's all starting to run together at this point, but a 3.5 fish, I don't know. But I see a shadow on the edge of that bed. So I think there's a big one there, wanting to move up. Interesting. Oh yeah, there's the fish right there. So that must be the female. So she's sitting off to the side. Don't see the male yet. I'm gonna catch this one right here. Catch this one for you. There we go. Not a bad fish. Not a bad fish at all, actually. I wonder how what this one weighs. Might as well weigh it. But he's 3.5. 313. 313, guys. Beautiful fish. All right. So when I pulled in, guys, on that point right over there, there's like a, I don't know. It's a, what was that? It's a big one. I mean, it's a 5 for sure. I think it's bigger than that. And it's on a bed. I just don't know. If it's with a male. If that's the male, I don't know. Even though it's good, it's getting very complicated. And I've said several times how to win this tournament, and it's not doing what we're doing. Now you can add in a few, but it's going to be a shad spawn. It's going to be a swim bait bite. It's going to be something out there, and I'm just not feeling it. I don't know why. You know, you got to fish your strength and your confidence at the same time. I'll try a little bit of it tomorrow. About all she wrote, fellas. That is about all she wrote. Time to enter the house. That water has hit me like a pressure cleaner at a car wash, dude. It was going in my face. Oh.
How you doing? How you doing?
I'm doing good. Oh my gosh, that was so terrible. I'm freezing to death too. Oh my gosh.
Air, bro.
Woo! Dude, that was so rough. Could you see me going deesh,
Yeah.
deesh? Oh.
It's 4 footers down there, dude. Right now.
I'm gonna have to get you on.
We didn't come in. We didn't come in at 3 o'clock.
It didn't get, it got bad
Dude,
late.
I didn't even know it was blowing.
I came across the lake at 6 o'clock, y'all. I know how rough it was.
It got really bad.
Oh,
between 6 and 6:30.
It did. So I was sight fishing and it was bad, and then it got like blow your hat off bad. Like the last spot I went to, it was like.
coves are calmer than the main channel.
I'm just telling you, in a cove, it was blowing my hat off. Hey, don't fall asleep.
Truck! Hell, I'm gonna have to get in there with him.
Yeah.
Get in there with him. McCoy might have to get in there with him.
Come on, McCoy. Come here. How do we close this? You better not fart, dude. What was that? You farted? Oh my gosh, no! Jake, no! No! Why would you do that? It's gonna kill you too. Oh my god, he stirred up the smell! Stink! There's baits everywhere! He farted!
Y'all got your seatbelts on back there?
Oh, you okay? You
Jake farted like early.
Oh, really?
And then you turned and it stirred it up.
Oh, it looked like you were hurt, dude.
Bad.
Like bad?
I'm laughing. Huh?
Baits everywhere.
Boxes were flying. McCoy was everywhere.
Alright. I'm kind of like Jake, I want some scatty.
Skitties?
Kid right there ain't come up for air yet.
Hmm?
Huh?
I didn't hear what you said.
He eats like he's a prisoner.
He does.
He's like
Oh, I do eat.
shoveling it all. Get that flat.
come by.
Said,
I can't believe you did that.
Day 2 of practice in the books!
It's over.
Come on now.
want one?
Oh, hell, beat him! It's been, oh, hell, beat him! He can put it crow, look at the other one!
Oh my gosh! What happened?
Did you put all of them on it?
Yeah.
He had like 8 of them.
Let me see.
If they're not down there, they're still on you, dude.
Let me see.
Get up. I was gonna make sure they wasn't done. Okay, what crawl up your nose in the middle of
There's definitely 2 beetles in here, dude.
Are you sure they weren't like raisins or something?
No, they're definitely
Well,
beetles.
the one that was in my hand crunched, and that's why I wiped it on you. Oh, there it is.
There's one.
Stop. Messed up, man.
Where did it go?
I heard it. Oh, there it is!
That is. Get that thing out! That's my thing.
Where did it go?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
We stopped throwing bugs.
I thought you guys were kidding.
No. There's several more in here somewhere.
I just stepped on it. Alright.
Oh my gosh.
You guys are psychos.
I didn't know Dylan screamed like that.
Oh, yeah, I do.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's good. All right. Oh, woo. Oh my goodness. Hey, you can't see cold, but it is cold. Whew. Dang. I mean, we went from like 65, 70 degrees to 35. What'd you have for breakfast this morning?
Frosted mini wheats.
Why do you always leave 3 or 4? I'm just curious because I see that all the time.
Well, so I didn't want frosted mini wheats. Somebody hid my cereal. So
Hid it?
Yeah. Well, they put it in the pantry, which I would never look there for cereal.
Yeah.
So they put it. So frosted mini wheats were on the counter, and they were Scott's, and I don't really like them. But
You got down to like the last 2 or 3 and you're
that's
thinking
why.
like,
There was like 15 in there, and I left 4.
yeah. You want them, McCoy?
I don't want this.
You sure?
Yeah.
Eat 'em,
They
dude.
the problem is when they sit in frosted mini wheats, when they sit in milk too long and the little powdered sugar dissolves off of them.
They do. They're not sweet anymore.
No.
I am the tiger. I'm the queen of. Hold on. I am the tiger. I'm the king of the fight. Rising up to the challenge of our rivals. King of the fight. Rising up to the challenge of our rivals. Let's go.
We got to go! Come on, man! Come on, man! We gotta go, Billy. Still, we gotta go.
Better get your clothes on, man.
Is it cold out there? I just went out there. It was pretty
34.
nipply. Pretty nipply, dude. Pretty nipply. What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
I think it's cold. I think it's real cold. Yeah, I'm not going.
You're not going?
I'm not going. I'm gonna get something warm to drink.
Some coffee? Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning. Day 3 of practice. It is right now. We have got major stuff to figure out today, dude, because if we're going to catch 100 pounds in 4 days, that means we got to jack them up, dude. We got to catch them. We got to find them. So here's the deal. So when we got here, we're like, okay, I said it was going to take 106, 107 pounds to win. I think it's still going to take that, honestly. But I think because of the weather, so we have a full moon coming on Monday, but we have super cold conditions today. And then a warming trend, right? Then it warms up. I don't know about tomorrow. I mean, dude, it still could shake them because I think those big females are going to move the last day of the tournament. Like, I think things are going to be pulling up hardcore on Saturday, Sunday. So we got to figure it out, guys. I mean, we found a lot of fish so far, but so is everyone else. I mean, like, literally the whole lake is on a spawn, which is ridiculous. Like, you could literally go in any pocket on this lake and there's fish spawning. Crazy. So, day 3. Yeah. It starts right now. Let's get going, guys. Ugh. All right. Oh, it's cold. Yeah. For a reason. It's one thing to go from tournament to tournament when it's cold. You get used to it. But when you finally step away from it for a while, and then you come back to it, whew, tough. Oh, mother trucker, dude. Golly. There's a nice one right up here. I think it's a 4-pounder, but I'm calling everything 4 pounds, but I think they're all probably 3.5. It's a good fish, though. I like this hook box, by the way. It's the thin one with the Tack Logic. It works well. It works well. I got these right here. The 3-inch ones. I think they're gonna work good. I think they're gonna work pretty nice. I'll put a little heavier weight on there just so it stays in the bed and I can jiggle it a little bit more. You put too light of a weight on there when you shake the bait, you're moving the bait the whole time. So your bait doesn't stay in the bed. On these finicky ones, you need it to stay dead center of that bed and that sweet spot in that bed. So I'm shaking my line like this. The bait is moving and shaking, but the weight's holding it in place. So guys, I found like 3 beds on that flat, that sand flat right there in that pocket. I fished that pocket yesterday. The wind was blowing. I couldn't see any of those fish out there, obviously. One of them looked like a fish you'd want to catch. 4-pounder. I mean, I know I sound redundant. I just basing it on the length and can I have these fish look in the water? It's real calm today. If I can find a couple of these fish that are out here, they might be a little bit bigger.
Got that with a bite at least. Not a big one, but I might need her eventually. Thank you, thank you. I don't know how big that fish is. It's just a catchable one. That's what it is. It's just a catchable fish. I'm starting to get a little worried the amount of time it takes to catch these fish. Figuring out a way to maybe get a bite. You know, this little wacky rig. That's a way to maybe get a few of them. They're kind of reacting to it a little bit. I've had a couple bites today on it so far, just on the few that I've thrown, and I've only had a few other bites on the bandito bug. Matter of fact, I don't even think I've had a bite on the bandito bug today. When I first got here after the first day, I was convinced that it was going to be like the best ever. It's not as good as I was thinking because I'm just not seeing as many big fish up. So I don't know if we're going to miss it just a little bit or what's going to happen, but it's not quite where I want it to be. Again, I found a bunch of 3 to 4 pound fish. To catch 3.5 to 4 pounders is almost average. So I don't know what I've got. I'm gonna have to get lucky throughout this tournament and find a few extra big fish or a couple big fish move up. And again, I don't know what my estimations, but you know, here's the thing. I'm saying they're 3, 4, 5. I could be and I probably am a half pound off. You know me and all my biggins. So, you know, what I think is 20 pounds might only be 17.5. All I do know is I'm gonna go to the biggest ones I have found, and that's all I can do, right?
The old Traeger. Got some Traeger pellets. I got some meat on the grill.
Right.
I got some broccoli and taters in the oven.
This thing right here. We need to tighten up these screws though.
Yeah.
That thing.
After all the miles we put on that thing, this
I know.
is finally starting to loosen up.
I know. Put some miles on this Traeger right here.
Okay.
Man.
That tenderloin's really good.
Is it?
Yeah. He put some kind of seasoning on it, but
You put the nuclear on there?
no. Some kind of mesquite.
Well, that
Chupacabra. That's chupacabra tenderloin.
Is it chupacabra?
Yeah.
Did you find it here?
No.
I'm talking about the animal that come off of.
Oh, that's the chupacabra loin? Yeah. All right, guys. Dinner was fantastic. 3 days of practice was fantastic. The lodging and accommodations here at Lake Fork Marina and Resort, fantastic. And we're on a fantastic lake. That's a lot of fantastics. And we're going to need a lot of fantastics. We're going to need 20 fantastics over the next 3 days or 4 days to pull off something special, guys. Look, here's the deal. I don't know exactly what it's going to take, but it's going to take more than 100. I'm going to get real with you for a minute. I don't know, as of right now, what I have marked, the fish that I have found. I don't think I have that opportunity quite yet. Where I'm at realistically is I could maybe get 25, 26, 27 the first day, 20 the second day, and then if new fish will need to move up for me to have a shot to pull this thing off. That can happen. Full moon is on Monday. The weather is going to continually get warmer. We've got a little rain to contend with. So look, goal number one, guys. It's real simple. Goal number one is figure out how to catch enough weight to make the cut, okay? And then we'll see what happens. And that's it. So this war machine is ready to go. Matt is prepared. I think we're all, look, here's the deal. Everybody's catching them. We just got to catch them just a little bit better. So guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. And thank you again from the bottom of my heart for following along on this series. And we're going to start tomorrow, day 1 of the Bassmaster Elite here on Lake Fork. Everything is bigger in Texas, guys. And that's a fact. So get ready for the next video in the series. Thanks for watching, guys. Bam!
I am